Hello everybody, welcome to Chalice. This is the quarterfinal. This is the final quarterfinal that I've watched. So this is all of them now. Winner of this obviously goes into the semi-final. We've got probably the GOAT, the CCL GOAT in Crucifer. That's the greatest of all time. He's won 6. I think it's 6. This is for his 7th. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. STBBR. So we've got a claw pommer with stand firm and guards. Just a normal pommer with stand firm and guards. Mighty blow, strength 4, both also with guards. And then we've got claw, mighty blow, and guards. So 5 terrifying chorfs. Then we've got this guy who died recently. We've got a fan favourite. Don't see a lot of them in Chalice. Not a lot of fan favourite. Fan favourite is a skill that you can only get through winning a Chalice. You get to put it on a player. You have to play 30 games with a player to keep it. It just adds 1 to the fame roll, basically. But yeah, you don't see many of them about. So he's got a blodge, break, tackle, guards, ball. He's got a stand, firm, guard, tackle, agi ball. This ball is actually agi bust as well. Just so you know, he's agi bust. A wrestle frenzy, wrestle guards, DP, and then he's got a blodge, sure hands, and he's got another sure hands. This sure hands is purely because every team he's playing against is having a wizard because he's so high TV. So it basically means he carries on this one. This one gets lightning bolted, and then he picks up on this one. I have to play and pause because the skills. And then so Rick, diving tackle, sidestep, catcher, wrestle, dauntless, lino, a blodge, step, movement up. Is that sure feet or sprint? I always get these mixed up. I think that's sure feet. Catcher. He's got Roxanne, which is Juggernaut, leap, jump up, frenzy, dodge. He's got a load of loners, couple of loners. It's got a guard, fend, blodge, and a dirty player, wrestle, fend. So this is a somewhat beaten up Amazon's team. Amazing that it's got this far, to be fair. I think you could have left out the Zons. They are perfectly designed to murder Zons. The irony, I guess it's irony, I don't know if it is irony, but the irony is the Claw does not affect Zons at all because Zons are already AV7, so Claw literally does nothing. So it's 60 odd K of bloat. And that is a perfect defense for Rick. So he started with the optimal rule of 5. Now he's moving over. Try and avoid some of these mighty blow hits. Where's the ball? The ball is going deep. It's quite an aggressive setup. We'll see how Cruz deals with it. Thing with Amazons is they're not that fast, so Cruz doesn't really have to worry about these flanks as much. If he's playing against, you laugh when I said that about the claw. Yeah, it's I don't know, like it's funny, isn't it? It's funny. It's the mighty blow that matters. This is also an edge bust chorf as well. Not that that's gonna make any difference, I don't think. So yeah, inducement wise, well, Cruz has got the fame and an Apo. Rick has got a bribe, double babes, and a wizard. So I think it was. Oh, and obviously Roxanne. And there is a Kaz. And that is a perm, and it's not getting Apo'd. Yeah, it was a niggle. So the thing is with perms, you don't really Apo them that much because it's a 50-50 roll on whether they come back. You normally use the Apo on a badly hurt because you're guaranteed to get the player back. That tends to be more for Chalice rather than for CCL because in CCL you kind of want to keep the team alive, whereas in Chalice your team is dead if you don't win the game. So it makes the Apo decisions a little different, I'd say. Well, here we go. So the ball is on the sideline. This is Juggernaut. So Juggernaut ignores stand firm. So where Cruz probably thought the ball was safe because it had stand firm. Juggernaut just comes in and absolutely ruins the day for him. Yeah, Roxy's amazing, isn't she? And there is a Kaz. That's a mad start for Rick. Like, absolutely mental start for Rick. His Kaz the Chorf doesn't get apoed. Nothing wrong. Oh, it's an MNG as well. Oof. MNG. So maybe that's why he doesn't apo it. I don't know if he would apo it anyway, to be honest. He's like that heavily favourite. Yeah, Roxy's brilliant, isn't she? Roxy's ons is what kind of breaks ons on NAF style. Like NAF, like it's the NAF build, isn't it? I know Eliod's a big fan of Roxy's ons. So he actually gets a lot of powers here, knocks down all the Chorfs. He's only got like one return hit, fails a GFI, puts the reroll in. Oh, it's because he's fouling, okay. And he re-rolled the first GFI as well, which is interesting. Because obviously you've got another GFI to make. Gets a stun for it. What was the roll on that? So he actually rolled a 5. So here's the one hit he gets back. It is a POW. Chains the Zons forward. Gets a Kaz. That's no more DP. I mean, he's lost his bribe now anyway. So, oh my god, switch view. So Cruce is actually moving up quite a bit here. The Zons aren't the quickest. They're all on one side as well. And I mean, my only concern with this is this here. You could, I guess, yeah, I guess there's no real way in, especially with this being stand firm. You can't chain it out. So Roxy sitting back in the hot seat. You haven't seen this, Sonda? No, there's a couple of guys in chat who haven't seen this, to be fair. Gets the POW, which opens up the hit on the DP, I'd imagine. But then the only problem with that is it's going to be with a loner. Or is it going to go all the way around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, it's going with a strength 4. Ooh, that's another GFI fail. That's another reroll. That's 2 rerolls down in 2 turns, which is not great. And he piles on, and he doesn't break armor on a dirty player, which is, you know, that only means one thing, right? when you pile on a dirty player and you don't break armor, it normally means you're gonna get fouled. You're normally gonna get kicked in the head. Yeah, this is Rick's best player. This is 100% Rick's best player. Like, and with it being strength 4, like that's the main thing. It's strength 4 with all this guard and stuff. It's the only thing that you can reliably blitz with. So yeah, it's gonna foul from here. I thought he might foul from here. Guess it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Gets a KO, and it is the dirty player that does it. In comes the fireball. It's knocked over the ball. See, this is, I mean, it doesn't really make a difference if he fouls from here, does it? Does it make a difference if he fouls from there? Not really. Actually, it makes it really hard to get an assist. Oh no, he just comes around the side there. Run bad. On this day, sacks the ball. That's interesting. Like, he's chose to punch it inwards rather than outwards. I guess he doesn't want to punch it here because it might put it out of Roxy range. How fast is Roxy? Movement 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, because this would be blocking the square. Oh my god, I've missed that. So let's just go back a little bit. I'll just show this again. So yeah, the reason he has punched it this way is because this would be blocking the square, or he would have had to dodge out. so he has to punch it in here, so Roxy's in range to get the ball back. So Roxy does have leap and dodge. Not like this. So he actually comes in for the ball, makes the dodge, and then this is like whether to dodge or leap. He picks the dodge, then he fails it. This time he doesn't re-roll it, and she just dies. She absolutely just dies. Just dead. Dead, dead, dead. And that is horrific. And from what was a really promising position, the fireball, I think the fireball was correct. Like, you're not often going to get like an opportunity like that. I think I'm happy with the fireball. I was wondering why he didn't punch down, but it makes sense now. And like also it kind of makes sense that Cruz fouled from this square as well, which I don't know whether that was even thought about or considered, but because he's fouled from this square where the blitz came in from here, it meant that he'd have to dodge off tackle to get out the way for Roxy, which is really weird. Like, if he is thought about it that deeply, that's pretty insane, to be honest. Like, it's only through looking at that. I mean, this ball is by no means safe, right? We've got a couple of 3+ dodges. So you can... So I might have dodged... I might have dodged with the wrestle there. I might have dodged with the wrestle here. He wants the 2D with tackle, which is fair. Because I might have used this one to recover. Oh, and that's a horrendous scatter. He gets the ball down and it's just a horrendous scatter. That's really unlucky. There's like 5 really good scatters there. I mean, you could argue 6 really good scatters. I mean, even that one, he probably doesn't catch it and it probably scatters again. That is like literally the worst scatter out of 8. Punt it. Punt it! But yeah, I think I would have kept this for the recovery, this catcher. But then like it's awkward because I was looking at the 1D and not the 2D. Gets the POW. And that's a Kaz and that's brutal and that's got to be an Apo, right? Yeah, Apo in straight away. If the ball is on the floor, Cruz easily block it with Roxy on the floor. Yeah, I would do. This isn't easy for Cruz though, like there's still... Okay. We really need to do something here. Doesn't get it. This is why stand firm is so good, by the way. Stand firm is like... Outside of mighty blow and obviously block. Well, block and guard are probably the best 2 skills. Then I'd probably go with mighty blow. That's dead. That is dead as well, and that's horrendous. Just I mean, Rick's team is falling apart at the seams. So we've got 4 players out. We've got a KO. We've got no Apo. It's turn 6. It looks like Cruz is going to score from here. He's got to pick up the ball yet, but he does have sure hands. That not powering is okay. That's probably the best result he could have got. Because this is now a dodge. And like I said earlier, this ball is actually bust as well, so... There's another KO. How many Zons are we down to now? We're down to like... Yeah, oh right, you're saying with Roxy the punt, why did he... Yeah, you don't want to just stay there. Like, he needs to dodge off. And she's actually 4, right, Roxy? Roxanne. Yeah, actually 5, sorry. So it was just a 2+. Yeah, and then she could punt it. Oh, you mean like just leaving her there? After the punt. Yeah. Dodge off, reroll, then punt. I mean, it is a loner as well. It's a loner reroll, so it's only 50-50 to work. It's a really unfortunate one at a very unfortunate time. It'd be interesting to know whether he punted it or not. He might have punted it, but I mean the problem with punting is it's still really early in the drive, and I guess like there's only one ball to react. Stand firm, doing absolute work again. Is he gonna dodge? Is he gonna dodge off this? I think he's gonna dodge off this. There's another KO. We've got 4 Zons, 3 Zons. We've got 3 Zons. Stand firm, absolutely out of this world. Now he's got sidestep. Doesn't sidestep onto the ball. Sidesteps off because he can't hit him again. And forces the dodge. Makes the dodge as well. Makes the GFI. And then yeah, there's nothing else that you can do there really, is there? So Cruz runs it in. Turn 8, perfect stall. Wizard gone. Roxy gone. A whole load of Zons gone. Ball Centaurs coming back. I felt like Rick had to play Rowdy. Yeah. It's a horrible matchup. Like, he made a play. It didn't work. And then his whole team died. Basically. And that was it, isn't it? That was it. It was just, and this is a niggle as well, so this is not coming back. I think a lot of these have been perms. Like, at least these two are definitely perms. And obviously the dead is not his player anyway. There was one dead of his player, right? Yeah, so one dead, one niggle. They both niggled, I think they are. So, like, yeah, even if Rick... So how many we got? We got 7 Zons. 7 Amazons on the pitch, going into turn 8. He's got 3 hobos on the line. He couldn't care less about. He has got an M&G Chorf, which he can probably sack and rehire for the semi-final if he wants to. Time to play the game. Hey, thank you for the follow, Sam Bapati. I probably butchered that. I'm just going to call you Sam, mate. Yeah, this is Rick Wreckless's Chalice game. This is Rick versus probably the greatest CCL. Well, he's definitely the most successful CCL coach of all time. And there's a KO. He piles on the KO into Kaz. Glorious Rick. Absolutely glorious. Farming that SPP. Farming that SPP. Just 2 SPP to take Thea into the next round with your 4 other players. But yeah, I mean, it's like, to be honest, like, it's amazed me that Rick's got this far without any real damage. Like, if you look at his team starting Chalice and you look at the games he's played, and there's a dead hobo, and that hobo actually does a bit of work for Cruz, because he's the one that's to be lightning bolted. So that sort of makes it a little bit harder. He should have lost half of his team. Yeah, that's the reason I say Zons will never win Chalice. It's strictly to do with an attrition based thing. The amount of tackle mighty blow that you get in Chalice is just way higher than the general CCL ladder. He took a few KOs that all came back, and his opponents didn't. And this is the first time he's really faced any attrition, to be fair. And Crucifer has faced a fair bit himself. He's lost 2 hobos and he's lost a Chorf, but they're all the bad players. They're not the good players. They're still like, this team is still fully operational. And that whole half was without one of his balls as well, which is like, I can't stress how massive that is for Chorfs to have like 2 ball centaurs on the pitch. So that the start of that game, the whole first 2 turns of that game, was probably about as well as it could have possibly have gone for Rick. Like the surf ball and the Kaz Chorf. It is a fully operational Chorf battle station, basically. Yeah, it's like the Death Star of Blood Bowl, isn't it? Chorfs. They're just so good at everything. Like it's very hard to point out. Like I mean, you can point out that the Hobbo's at AV7. The Chorfs are movement 4. But whoever designed a big guy to be movement 6 with sprint and sure feet and strength 4, like how do you come up with that? How do you come up with that as a game designer? Oh yeah, strength 4, movement 6, sprint and sure feet. That sounds fun. Yeah, I mean it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool, but like who came up with that? I want dwarfs better. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Rick's just in so much trouble here, isn't he? His Pommer's on the floor. He's completely surrounded. It's just like a... Ooh, snake. Not dead. Is there anything that he can possibly do here? He can 1D, blitz, and fail a dodge. Glorious Blood Bowl. Oh, he snakes a dodge. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Not what you needed. Not what you needed. And now everything is getting smashed in the face. Absolutely pounded in the face. Same person who decided to nerf every team that wasn't dwarfs. Yeah, possibly. There's a Kaz. Now it's that's an MNG as well. I know it's a loner, but it is just another thing that these are all perms. Like to be fair, and like ooh. Ooh. I don't think it really matters at all, to be honest. There's another Kaz. This is horrendous, isn't it? This is horrendous. But I mean, like, to be fair, he's just completely surrounded by a ton of murder. This is like a whole gang of just straight murder, isn't it? It's just horrendous. He's not even fouling. He's not even fouling at this point because fouling is wasting SPP. I mean, that's where we've got to. And he just gets wrestled. Oh, Juggernaut! Oh, it's not even wrestled. This is oh, here we go. Scoring threat. Come on, Rick. I don't think he can throw it that far. 1, 2, 3. Can he throw it that far? Is that just about there? It is, and he makes the inaccurate. Oh, and it goes straight to the Hobgoblin. Oh, can you imagine it went down there? Oh, man. I mean, if you want to be... Oh, there's another Kaz. That was actually surprisingly decent. Yeah, hello Kinjun, how's it going, mate? We're just going over the Chalice game last night. A couple of people haven't seen it. I obviously put in every single game on YouTube. Oh my god, this is like literally horrendous. This is what I expect. Every time I see Zons playing Chalice, this is literally what I expect, but it's just this is the first time it's happened. Like even in even in like the other Zons games, like they didn't really just I mean, look at this. His Kaz's are in the KO box. He's got Kaz's in the KO box. I don't even know. Like I'm guessing this is like actually way above average. I guess this is above average for like the amount of Kaz that we've had. So yeah, securing the ball. This is how much of a professional Cruz is. He's still like doing everything correctly. Like getting the ball completely safe turn ordering. Like even against 3 players, like this is just I know it's not much, is it? The game's over, really, but he still doesn't make mistakes, does he? Like, not very often. And it's probably why he's the best. Just does everything like clockwork. It looks like he's going to go for a... Well, he levels if he scores, but he is edgy 1. So this is a 5 plus. Oh, he gets the 4. And then he catches the rebounds. Disgusting. Out comes the guard. Oh, we have a safety. And then we fail the dodge. This is the other massive issue as well, isn't it? It's the amount of no human emotion. He's pretty damn good at Blood Bowl, that's for sure. He's pretty damn good at Blood Bowl. And he's pretty good, like, mate, if you see him, he did play Nurgle one season. PC famously knocked him out. Because Cruce beat PC in a final with Chorfs, and then I think the next season, Cruce just decided to play Nurgle for a season. Absolutely smashed ladder. And then PC beat him. Like, PC had like a relatively small dwarf team. Like, about 1500 TV or something like that. And Cruce had a massive 2000k Nurgle team. And PC managed to beat him. It was a bit of a Dyson, to be fair. A little bit. PC says it wasn't. Crucifer will tell you it is. I haven't really made my mind up yet. Gets the push. Actually makes the handoff. So this is another thing, right? I would never hand off to an Agi 1 player. I mean, to be fair, he's playing against 3 Amazons. 3. Yeah, it's literally 3 Amazons, so. But yeah, like, this is how you get it done. This is how you level Saurus, basically. Anyone who's a up and coming lizard coach, this is what you do. You murder everybody, and then you pass it to a Saurus. So this is turn 14. I don't know if Cruz is thinking that he can get another TD. No. He's just setting up deep. I guess he just doesn't care. I guess he's just like, this is it. This is game over. Rick's got 3 Amazons. This is horrendous. Everything is cased or dead. I mean, it's not a pitch clear yet. It's not a pitch clear yet. And I don't think with these guys setting up back here that it's going to be. We've seen one pitch clear in Chalice this season, and that was, funnily enough, it was a Skaven team. It was DMed Skaven pitch cleared Engelbert Hex's Norse. And that was last round. He's still pomming. He's still pomming. What's he doing here then? Cruz just relentless. I'm gonna pom it. Puts the reroll in as well. He's gonna pile that on for SPP, and it's dead. Dead, dead, dead. That's the 3rd dead player. That's 2 SPP. He's now 6 SPP away from, and he puts the foul in as well. What a scumbag. I guess he puts the foul in to stop him getting pommed, to be fair. Everybody's dead. He gets the Kaz. What is it? It's a niggle. Apo saves him. Oh. Oh. That's that would have been quite funny, getting his dirty player Kaz'd out for the last for the semi-final. So yeah, congratulations Crucifer, commiserations Rick. A absolute massacre. There was a turn or two at the beginning where it looked pretty good. Yeah, MVP, both dead MVPs. Wonder if there's anything in that with the coding. 2 dead MVPs. So I don't know if you lot have heard the theory. Someone gave Artemis a theory that you know when you've got like gaps in your team. So say you got 16 players, you've only got 11. When a player dies, if it randomizes between 1 to 16 and it's a player that's not in the team, it just goes to the dead MVP. That is a complete made like theory. It's not fact, but it does definitely feel that way sometimes because it feels that way just because the MVPs fall on dead guys like all the time. But yeah, like pretty good game, good watch, um, massive achievement from Rick, and then Cruz is set, isn't he? Cruz is set to like I think this would be back to back as well because I think he won the last one if I'm correct.